We are not going to let this space be about dictating or imparting knowledge based on our personal experiences.
Sure.
Empilweni.
Okay.
Because the one thing that everybody must know is the fact that nobody has it figured out. It's a lie. Ngiye ngibabone bemotivate benza yonke leyo nto, and I'm just like, nobody has it figured out.
Yeah.
All of them, it's by chance. They happened to be at the right place and things fell into place. Or they were born into the right family.
Yeah.
Or
That's a big one.
Or banchontile abanye, because people never talk about
Yes.
ukuthi benzeni.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, awusitshele phela ngesikhathi usukhwabanisa. Tell us your full story.
Yeah.
If you're going to use your story to motivate me.
Yeah.
Ungahlali lapha and go, if you work hard, bruh. If people work hard, my mom should be a billionaire.
Yeah.
If work hard makes you get to the very top, then my mom should be a billionaire.
I agree.
Because she worked hard. But it's by chance, dude. It's by design. It's by your belief system. Mina, as I said at the beginning of this podcast, Ngati, I have a belief system. Yoguti, there's a force that's in control in my life, and I follow. At that very moment, something said, pack your bags, go to Joburg.
MaBlerh, speaking of people who have it figured out, what's your perception of people who are strong motivational speakers, hustlers who go online and want to educate the youth, push the youth, and saying they have figured it out? And yeah, what's your perception of those people?
Look, I'm not going to tell you what to think of those people, you know? And one thing about me is that I will never knock the hustle. I will never knock the hustle. Njalo the hustler. No.
Yeah.
Listen, if when that's how you make your money, go for it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and knock your hustle. But to me, I am not going to listen to somebody talk about their life experience and then impart it on my life as if that is the blueprint. What you can say, ukuthi mina ngazama lokhu, ngenza lokhu, ekwangilungela, ngicela uzame ubone ukuthi kungakulungela yini nawe. See, that's speaking the truth. But you saying uma wenza uthi you're a charlatan, uqamba manga. That's exactly what you're doing. Uqamba manga, because that is not going to work out for another person exactly unless we are engaging in some criminal activity. Yabona, if you're telling me, yabona, if we go on a Wednesday, siyoropha lela bank, kuhlale kuno 16 million, mina ngaropha lela bank ngo 2010, kwakuno 16 million in that vault, they deliver on Wednesday. If you go and rob that bank on a Wednesday, kuzobe kuno 16 million. See, now that's advice. That's sound advice. You're not being a charlatan.
Yeah.
But if you work hard and you study this and that, what you'll end up here and whatever. What about the connections that you made? The connections that call you and go, hey, Lungelo, what's up?
Yeah.
I've got this for you.
Yeah.
Am I going to have those connections?
No.
You know, what about your dad who's probably in some top position, who's able to say, no, I think my son can come in there. Interview. Am I going to get your dad?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there are many things that are at play here that people always downplay when they're giving out these advice. And I'm just like, don't do that to abanye abantu. But also, if I lay tuta.
Ne?
Dude, if you are going to allow umuntu ukuthi asayifinish imali yakho kanjalo, hey, look, as I said, I'm not going to knock the hustler.
Funny you mentioned that there's somebody currently in the news who was very big on motivation and they're currently going through,
Bando?
they siphoned people's money. Uyamazi, bewumsakazi. Come on. Shutho yilandele le ndaba.
The thing is, can I tell you why ngayilandele leyo ndaba? My life is entertaining enough.
Okay.
That's why, even look, mubheka ku Twitter.
Yeah.
Angikho mina endabeni zabantu. You're not going to see me because I'm busy in my life. Umnandi, kunezinto ngineyinkinga zami efanele, you know what I'm saying, ngibusy. So akung entertain ukubona omunye umuntu going through it. It's like when somebody's being dragged on Twitter, ubona ukuthi abantu bayajabula, and I'm just like, nah.
Which is very scary. Like ujabulela ukuthi omunye umuntu igama lakhe ligcilelwa phansi.
You know what I'm saying? And into abangayunderstand, now we're jumping through my topic. Khona into abangayunderstand abantu abaku social media ukuthi yes, you will say something about somebody. Kuzo retweeter, kuhlekwe nan. You post a picture or a video or you do whatever. Here's what maturity has taught me. Because I've got a brother. I've got a mom. I've got a very close friend. I have got all of these people in my life that I have to now go and answer to.
Yeah.
Because lento isisukile ku Twitter. Usushilo wena kwadlula ngithi kwa retweet kahlekwa nan ithatha igama lomuntu ulidicilele phansi. Sekufanele kube nama family meetings afterwards. Fanele kube nama work meetings afterwards. Ngalendo wena oyishilo wadlula kuyona. And I think abanye abantu don't get that.
That gravity.
The gravity of what you are doing.
Yeah.
Uguti, imagine you say something. Manje, like I don't really talk about my personal life, but I'll give you a nugget. Right now, my mom is in hospital, which makes it a very sensitive time for her. Imagine something happens in the media and whatever. She, because she's already in a sensitive space, ashawe heart attack. Usu wena lungelo angithuthile kwahlekwa kwananana mina ngiyangcwaba next week.
Yeah.
To get that.
And that's not an extreme at all. It happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's not an extreme. Yeah. It's not like I'm thumb sucking something. I'm like, but that's what you are doing. That's what you are doing. And we can't, and then in social media, 1 week, we are being extremely mean. The next week, you're watching the same account. Get depression, and I'm like, so you understand mental health.
Yeah.
You understand ukuthi izinto oyishoyo ngabanye abantu njalo oyisho izinto ezishiwoyo zine effect. Because mina ngisho ukuthi rather ungishaye than words, because I've mastered the forgiveness part of it, but it's the forgetting part of it. Angikhohlwa mina into esho kumina. Because that's the power of words. Angikhohlwa into esho kumina. I can forgive you for ukungwisa or whatever, because that sky is gonna hit. I can't forget that.
Is the algorithm the problem on social media, or is the algorithm all it's doing is amplifying our vileness as humans? We're just being exposed, Majoguti. We were vile and we just didn't have the platform to expose this vileness. Because how are we so happy to have a tweet on 5,000 retweets of a person about maybe their body part, you know?
People are going through stuff. People are going through a lot, bruh. Abantu are faced with situations that uthola ukuthi wena ngakuthatha kubeke leyo situation and you'd fall apart. Abantu don't have voices at home. Kunabantu othi mekhuluma endlini ngingazwakala ukuthi uyakhuluma. Kunomuntu othi mekhuluma emsebenzini ngezwakala ukuthi uyakhuluma, and everybody wants to be heard. I've learned that through reading. I've heard the one thing that people want as human beings, we just want to be seen, we want to be heard. And uthola ukuthi there's this space where you are seen and you're heard, whether it's for wrong things or whatever, for being vile, but you are heard. There are people that are logging on to hear what uLungelo has to say, even though uLungelo ufika la endlini and that uLungelo means mina ngicabanga ukuthi awahle.
But all of a sudden on this device unepower
yokuthi mengikhuluma kuyezwakala. And ayibone le power yokuthi mengikhuluma kuyezwakala. Uthola ukuthi sometimes uzosho something nice,
akuzwakalanga,
kuthole ama like how too, I just something horrible about somebody, controversial, you know, and then umbone uthi okay usehlezi in this space because this is the only space where I'm heard.
Sure.
You know, whether uthi mase yolala ayicabange lento ayishilo ukuthi hey, this is not okay, but they're being nourished somehow. So you take what you can. It's like udle iphilisi elizothi. Wait, let me give an example. Imagine udle iphilisi elizothi. Okay, it's going to be a bad example, but imagine udla umuthi or iphilisi elithi uzothola imali, but your leg won't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know, I limp through it. I limp through the diamond walk section. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're getting nourished somehow with. At
Yeah.
least I'm getting this thing that I've yearned for since I was a child or whatever. I'm seen, I'm heard. And then that's where we are.
In the spirit of social media, uh, and also because it's relative to you, it's in relation to your life and something that means a lot to you. The rest of us heard on social media when your very good friend Akumzi's passing happened, which it's still something I grapple with. Uguti, when something as tragic as that, the first thing people want to do is jump to social media. Where were you when you heard, and how did you feel when it reached social media?
So here's the thing, as I said, I'm not in control. He came to my house on Thursday and he said, I just want us to go for a drive. And I never want to leave the house. But, where we going? Yashisa. It was hot. I remember it was hot. And he was like, no, I'm going to pick up an outfit. I'm going to a wedding in the Eastern Cape. And Sahamba, Saya, we went towards Melville. And Safika, I think it was Asanda's house. Yeah, with design studio. Sifike. And siyaxoxa kumnandi. Athi, why ungezi nami?
To the wedding, guys. Yeah.
Get me now. I'm going to be busy this weekend. Actually, that's the conversation that we had. Esazong drop her off. Ati, why don't you come with me? And I think back on that conversation, we spoke a lot about our friends and whatever and things, and he spoke a lot about what's going to happen in the future. And all of the things that he said were going to happen, they've all happened, by the way. And he's like, yabo lapha kuzokwenza ukuthi, kuzokwenza ukuthi, lapha kuzokwenza ukuthi, kuzokwenza ukuthi. And then, bese ngehla athi, don't you want to come with me? God, no, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be busy this weekend. So the last thing that I did to my friend was lie to him. As he said that, something said, no, I will up. In that moment.
Yeah.
Because I was doing nothing that weekend. Something said, I will up.
You not being in control.
Not in control.
Yeah.
But gailalela immediately lento
Yeah.
isho I will up.
Yeah.
Ngathi, hayi no ngiphizi. And ngivuke because I think I found out on a Saturday. Ngivuke, I remember we went to my I was looking for something. And then khona lapha my la benza khona amabhokisi like ngama khona ngawabuka. Like ngama ngawabuka isemini ngawabuka nje ngawabuka.
When you say amabhokisi, you mean coffins?
Coffins, yeah.
Yeah.
Ngawabuka nje ngawabuka. I looked at these coffins and what. Then get emotweni, said driver. Then I get a phone call ndambama unolwazi nongubeni. And she was very like she delivered it as if she's delivering the news where she didn't want me to ngimbuze mningi. Wathi MaBlerh Akumzi ushonile. And I was like, you know that cling? And I was like, what? Then kwafika uBrenda umntambo. She was distraught. And in that moment, I didn't know what was going on. It didn't make sense to me. Ukuthi kwenzakalani. You know, I've lost a lot of people in my life. But there was something just different about this one.
Yeah.
It was weird, man. It was just, I didn't know what was happening. And sahambe, ngikhumbula we all gathered kubo. And it was just a weird time. People crying and what. Then it got to social media. I actually saw the kindness of Twitter people that day.
Okay.
It was very I didn't know how loved Akumzi was on Twitter, but that day everybody was just like, "Ni right."
Yeah.
You know, how are you guys doing? You know, because we had we had a group of friends and it was very public.
Yes.
So everybody gathered around us. And I was like, "Guys, we can actually be good people." And it was very, over one or two tweets that were just horrible. And Ngawaziba in the greater scheme of things. But
Yeah.
when it hit social media that day, I was so glad from what I saw on my side when I logged on. People were actually heartbroken and sad. And yeah, Tina, we were distraught for a while, guys. Like, we were distraught for a while. It's, I can't, I was talking to my brother about it, Izol, actually. And I
So,
was like,
which means it's something you've learned to live with if it's still something you are talking about.
you know what it is? It's what it came with.
Okay.
It caused a very big shift in my life. I never thought, I saw all of us getting old together. It's the folly of youth. I thought we all had time. And that in that moment it clicked, Uguti, we actually don't. It made me live for now. Maybe I'm overdoing it, but I live for now. I do, as long as it's not hurting anyone,
Yeah.
I do what I need to do when I want to do it, when I want